advocacy project, I chose to focus on Hispanic immigrants and their lack of knowledge about their rights. This is due to systemic barriers that include language, having limited access to education, and a fear of authority figures. About 8 in 10 Hispanic immigrants are not sure of what programs are available that can pay for healthcare, and about 2/3 of them have limited English proficiency, which makes it even more difficult for them to understand their rights. Many Hispanics immigrate to the U.S. with the intention of building better lives for themselves and for their families at a very young age, and they often have very limited education and English proficiency, which makes them one of the most impacted groups in this population. My overall goal for this advocacy project was to help Hispanic immigrants become more informed on their rights by providing them with easier access to resources. For the interview portion, I chose to speak with a member of the Hispanic immigrant community. She wanted to stay anonymous, which is further going to show the points that she will be making throughout her interview, and that interview will be in a separate video. So I chose to do my social media campaign on TikTok because it's a platform with an algorithm that's able to reach people from different backgrounds. This is my profile. For my first post, I did a did you know slideshow that shows viewers what to do if they encountered ICE. So it looks like it's pretty simple, an easy format. For the next one, I did Myths or Truth, Immigrants' Rights Editions, which is pretty similar to the first one, just in a different format. But this one did gain some more traction than the first one did. And for the next one, I did Spanish phrases to know for safety. So it's just different phrases in both English and Spanish for viewers to know. And then I also have videos reposted from other creators that viewers who come onto my page can see for themselves. So I added some to empower others to take action by going to protests and by using their voices to speak out and spread awareness. And I also added some with videos of like news networks on current events so people can stay informed. I'd say the Flipboard portion of this project was my favorite part because I got to look for articles to add, which helped me stay more informed on what's happening in the U.S. surrounding Hispanic immigrants right now. I did notice that there was something new literally every single time that I checked, which just shows how corrupt the system is right now. So my magazine is focused on better understanding Hispanic immigrants' lack of legal representation and how it's inhumane, as well as how mass deportations have been impacting the Hispanic community in the U.S. So if you scroll through, I have a lot of different articles, a lot of them which involve Donald Trump because his current administration is making it a lot harder for Hispanic immigrants to feel safe because they genuinely aren't right now. So for example, Trump attacks the Supreme Court, says America cannot give everyone a free trial. I have different articles about the mega prison in El Salvador and how Trump and his administration have been sending Venezuelan migrants to these prisons because they supposedly believe that they're gang members, but they found that 75% of them that are currently sitting in this prison don't even have any sort of criminal record. So yeah, I put these articles together to paint a bigger picture, which is that Hispanic immigrants are being targeted and it's only going to get worse. And yes, it is scary to look at these articles and realize that this is our current reality, but being honest about what's happening right now will help people stay aware and informed. And knowledge is power. So for the next part, this is my infographic. It's pretty similar to what I have posted on TikTok, just in a different format. And I sort of use this as a guideline for those other posts. And I did that because I thought having multiple versions and formats could be helpful with gaining more engagement. To support the needs of Hispanic immigrants, my advocacy plan focused on spreading awareness and providing resources about their rights. And I did this because I wanted to give people real tools that they could use to protect themselves and feel more secure about knowing their rights. A big part of that was using TikTok to create content in both English and Spanish. And I knew that social media could be powerful because it's where a lot of people get their information and their news from, including myself. And I wanted to share videos that were not only informative but also empowering. And I wanted this content to feel useful and relatable and not just purely educational. I feel like my Flipboard really added another layer to the advocacy project by diving deeper into the bigger picture with what's really happening right now in the U.S. when it comes to immigration. I included articles that showed the lack of legal supports for immigrants, how deportation is affecting families, and how current policies are making the situation even worse. And I feel like putting this information in one place could help people start um, or stay more informed, especially those who don't know where to start. And this part of my project made me feel more connected to what's happening, and I hope it did the same for other viewers. I feel like the interview gave a real voice to someone from the community, and even though the person chose to stay anonymous, what she shared was very powerful because they're real lived experiences, and it really helped remind me as to why this work matters, which is because so many people are still scared to speak out or to seek help. Overall, I'd say this project taught me the importance of communication, accessibility, and consistency when working with marginalized communities and diverse populations. I was very proud of the resources that I created, especially my Flipboard, but I did realize that posting content isn't enough because my TikTok page didn't do as good as I had initially thought that it would do, even though one post did gain some traction. The other two didn't gain as much traction. And I found out that there's other factors that go into it, like time, strategy, and consistency. And I also learned how to simplify difficult legal topics and make them a little bit easier to understand. And I feel like this alone can be very impactful for someone who doesn't speak English well, or for someone who has never been told about their rights before or explained their rights before. In the end, I think that this advocacy project helped me build a strong foundation in how to support marginalized communities. And it's not just about raising awareness, it's also about making information clear, accessible, and achievable. I believe that projects like this can really benefit the community by helping people feel more seen, supported, and more prepared to handle difficult situations. And for me, I feel like I took a lot out of this project because I have just gained more knowledge on this population that I really do care about, and I hope to continue being able to advocate for. And going forward, I hope to keep building on this work and push for changes that give immigrants more access to education, legal resources, and safe spaces so that they can speak up.